Do you understand that?
What?
I need your information, your name and date of birth, so that I can identify you that I talked to you today.
Is this city property?
This is city property, yes.
I have no First Amendment rights on city property.
I didn't say you didn't have any First Amendment
I'm
rights,
asking.
but let me ask you, did the management here for this building ask you to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
I told him I would.
Okay.
Told him I'd be back later. Gotta go to lunch.
Well,
I've
unfortunately,
got
they
other
don't
things
want
to
you
do.
to come back if you're going to be doing this. And they have the right to not allow people on the property.
Did you read the paper today?
I don't know what paper you're talking about.
Well, there is one in Provo. It doesn't print a lot of things, but there was an article about the people they fined in Provo for trying to suppress us to sign petitions.
I don't know what petition you're referring to, and I'm not sure what people you're talking about.
Then why are you here?
Because they called us, because they asked you to leave and you weren't leaving.
What was the reason, if you don't know any reason?
It's called a trespass. When somebody asks you to leave their property,
He
and you
does
don't
not
leave
own
the
the
property.
property.
Okay, but he is a manager for the property, acting in commission of the owner.
I can go over and stand on the state property over at the county building.
Unless
They
you
don't
cause-
care as long as I stay away from the door.
The bottom line is we just need to talk to you, identify you. We've asked you nicely,
Why? Why do you want to identify me?
because that's what we do. We identify suspects in
I'm a
what's going on.
suspect
So
for
there's
civil rights.
trespassing, okay?
How
It's
about
not
civil
that big of a
rights?
deal, all right? I understand you got rights. We also have rights as well. When we ask you to identify yourself, sir, you're required by law to identify yourself.
After I'm arrested.
We
doesn't need
don't
to
want
get
it
to
to go
that
to there. That's the problem. So we're trying to talk to you kindly and nicely
Okay?
so that we can identify you.
Then come
Right.
over here and do it. I'll talk.
What do you mean?
All I've asked for is your ID. Or if you don't want to give me your ID, if you'd like to give me your name and date of birth, and I can confirm it on our state system that that's who you are, that's good
And
enough.
then what?
Then we will leave from here.
Then I can still have my
Just go talk.
First Amendment rights.
You have First Amendment rights. However, if they do not want you on the property, they have the right to say, please leave and don't come back.
So we don't have any First Amendment rights. If somebody
Sir, just need to identify you, and we will go through that as soon
if
as
somebody
you get
can just
identified.
come out and say, well, I'm the manager here and I don't like you.
And that's why we show up, because that's our job to investigate. We investigate crimes. That's why I'm here
Crime?
investigating a crime.
I have First Amendment rights. I haven't committed
Sir,
a
we need
crime.
to identify you.
And then,
I understand your First Amendment rights.
and then I
We
can
need to identify you.
go back and sign
We need
petitions.
to identify you. We're talking with the management right now to sort all through that stuff. But we need to identify you right now. We're asking you again
I'm
to
asking
identify yourself, sir.
I'm asking you one question.
Sir, I'm asking you to identify yourself
I
right now.
will. I will. And then I can go back where I was.
We're talking with the management to figure all that out.
It's public property.
I get that. They still have the right to not allow people on
I
public
have the
property.
right to be there. It's public property. I have not
So,
caused
I've asked
any
you to identify
problem.
yourself. We went through that question.
Can you
It's
please,
going around
can
in
you please
circles. We
provide
need
me
to
your ID?
identify you.
And then if I don't, what?
Then unfortunately you're going to be placed under arrest for failure to provide ID to a police officer.
And that's legal for you to do.
It is, yes. I don't want it to get to that point. I don't think it needs to get to that point.
I don't
think
either.
you,
doesn't.
I don't think you need to go talk to a judge simply because you will not provide your ID to us. That's all it is.
Okay, you're going to provide me with my First Amendment rights.
Again, we're not going to discuss that right now. We're asking for your ID. We have a legal right to ask for your ID. Will you please provide your ID?
But my understanding is I have the legal right. I do not have to provide it
Sure.
That's not true.
unless I'm arrested.
That's not true. So I need you to provide your ID. I'm not going to ask you again. If you fail to provide ID, we will have no choice but to place you under arrest.
And then if you
So let me ask you: Are you going to comply
Well, let's
and
talk
provide
for
me
a
with your
minute.
ID? Nope, I'm not. We've talked way too
What
long.
happens if I get placed under arrest?
Then I guess at that point we'll determine what's going to happen. You may go to jail.
And you'll send somebody to take care of my wife who's bedbound.
Again,
Just
that's
identify
up to
yourself.
you.
That's
So
what
it doesn't need to get to that point.
We're just trying to identify you, sir.
It really doesn't need to get to that point. Your wife probably needs you, so if you please give me your ID.
Just ask the mayor. He knows who it is.
I don't want to go ask the mayor. I'm asking you because you're required to provide ID. So will you please do that so that we don't have to place you under arrest?
Yes, and then I'm going to go have lunch.
Okay.
I'm coming back at 3 o'clock. I have rights to public property.
Okay.
I have a right to pass a petition. I have the city ordinance that tells me I can.
Okay. Cool. Can you please provide me your ID?
What do you want to know?
Your name and date of birth.
Philip.
Philip.
Two L's.
P-H-I-L-L-I-P?
Yep.
What's your last name, Philip?
Hinckleyi.
What's your date of birth, Philip?
10/18/36.
Okay. And you reside here in Provo?
Yes.
Can I get that address, please?
865 North, 1250 West.
In Provo. Okay. Do you have a telephone number if I need to contact you?
I do.
Okay, can I get that, please?
801-360-4811.
Okay.
And what are you going to contact me for?
If I have to contact you with something, if you want to stick around for a minute, we can talk to management and find out what they would like done.
I've got to go.
If you need to leave, then that's okay too. And I can contact you by phone if I need to get a hold of you for anything here. Okay.
Sir, now that we've got past that, thank you very much. Are we talking about the BRT thing?
Yes.
Is this a petition for the BRT thing?
Now, are you against petitions?
I'm not against petitions. I'm not against First Amendment. Okay? I absolutely agree with it. The problem is, I was over here a couple of days ago, if I remember right, and the problem was that it was right in front of the door as patrons were trying to come and go. Okay, now this is what I got because I wasn't able to talk to anybody because everybody had left by the time that I got here that was signing petitions.
I was there, so ask me. I was there.
The problem was that they saw that we were having people blocked at the front of the door,
that would
so
be a
that
lie.
people couldn't just go on their way because they have the right to just go on their way as well.
That would be a lie.
So
I'll go over and show you how close we were.
Okay, that's the issue that we're dealing with. Okay,
So we're
trying to balance your First Amendment rights and your right to have people sign your petition against the right for a business to continue running and not have any issues with their business. Does that make sense to you? So that's what we're trying to balance right now. Okay.
There's a big area out there. So how close would I have to be to the door to be in the way of people?
I don't think that's a black and white situation. I think that's a gray
You just said I
thing.
was too close to the door.
Okay. What I'm saying is it's a gray situation where if the management and people inside that are running the establishment are trying to maintain their business and stuff like that, and it becomes a hindrance with other people outside exercising their rights, then we are trying to balance those two things. Does that make sense?
That's
so
a good idea.
I can't tell you so many feet because nothing's written in a statute. All I can say is that there's a balance here that we've got to strike between your right and the business's right.
It's also the patrons that go in and complain.
That's what we're trying to do.
I'm a patron here.
I understand, but I'm telling you, other patrons go into the management and say, as I was walking after you, the female there said, "Thank you for coming out. He had me delayed for several minutes while I was trying to go in."
I don't follow him.
And that's okay, but
So how would I delay someone?
I don't know. That's what her words were.
There's people from Provo City and UTA that come here, and they don't want me here signing petitions. So if they complain, I lose my First Amendment rights. If I complain,
an investigation, just like we're here doing an investigation.
Well, that sounds halfway fair.
Halfway? Well, I guess everything's not fair, right?
First Amendment rights.